What's good? What's good? I'm back. Yours truly, one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and much, much more. Today, I'm going to react to a video of Michigan bill will make misgendering a felony. Wow, that's batshit crazy. Just thinking about it, and that's all I like to react to is batshit crazy stuff. Before we get into that, though, I want to give you a word from Dizzle Premium Luxury Liqueur. Here we go.
Sipping on that Dizzle as I hit my Dizzle. Sipping on that Dizzle.
Have you experienced the taste of Dizzle Luxury Liqueur? Try it. Do you Dizzle?
Sipping on that Dizzle as I hit my Dizzle. Whoa, sipping Dizzle, hitting Dizzle. It's that turn, that lit, that slap. It is that one, that everybody talking about Dizzle new drink. They like that's that turn, that lit, that slap. It is that one, that everybody talking about Dizzle new drink. They like
you can Dizzle too. That was Mike Dizzle at the beginning of the video. This, of course, is a video of the Dizzle photo shoot that we did a while back. And Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave tequila, cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Just throw your Dizzle on ice and it's nice. If you want to order your very own bottle or bottles of Dizzle premium luxury liqueur, go to dizzlebrand.com, click on our locations. I recommend Emilio's Beverage. Must be 21 and over. Shipping and handling is included. Below that is actual store locations in California, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Arkansas as well. And the Dizzle Brand merch on dizzlebrand.com. Go to the merchandise store, or you go to etsy.com, ETSY.com, search for Dizzle Brand, or go to etsy.com/shop/Dizzle Brand. And don't forget as well, the Dizzle Brand gummies just launched 2 days ago. Check those out on dizzlenova.com. That's right, dizzlenova.com, and link is in the description. All right, let's get into it. Michigan bill will make misgendering a felony. It's coming. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a felony. The bill makes it a felony for someone to make an individual, quote, feel terrorized, frightened, or threatened, and is punishable by up to 5 years in prison and $10,000 fine. They write, on Tuesday, Michigan State House passed a bill making it a felony. HB 4474 is designed to replace Michigan's Ethnic Intimidation Act to expand categories of protected classes to include identity, gender identity expression, and sexual orientation, and it passed 59-. It is not yet law, but I guarantee you.
Let me stop before he gets into this. You know the problem with this bullshit? These people change their identity every fucking day of the week. So unless we're gonna have a identity fucking calendar that shows us what every single fucking person's identity is every single day of the fucking week, because people change their fucking identities every other day. Some of these people do. This is some straight up bullshit and horse shit, man. Like, I tell you what, man. If any state, if North Carolina passes some shit like this, I'm moving elsewhere. I'm get the hell out of this state.
You guarantee we will see if this passes. I'm not so sure that it will, but maybe. I mean, it's Michigan. You got, I think Whitmer's still there, right? You will see people arrested for this. And you know why I have absolute confidence in saying that? Because Jordan Peterson warned us, how many was it, 7 or 8 years ago? And then in Canada, we have seen several instances where people have been criminally charged for using wrong pronouns.
I imagine this violates some sort of First Amendment issue. Like, you can't tell me what I can and can't say to you. That's my right to say whatever I want. I'm not saying that the person's not going to throw a punch if I anger them and then they'll go to jail or whatever, but
yeah,
that's like the essence of this nation.
The Supreme Court ruled on
You know, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You don't get to tell me what I have to call you. It's like it'd be like a complete stranger telling me I have to call them sir or ma'am. Excuse me? No. You could suggest or ask me to call you sir or ma'am. You don't get to force me. Like that's the thing. You don't get to this is forcing people to conform and accept and agree with something that I think a lot of people will never agree with. I've always said this. Okay, do I accept that there's gay people in society? Yes. Do I agree with it? No, never will. Will I support it? No, never will. Transgenderism, on the other hand, I'm not accepting it. I'm not agreeing with it, and I'm not supporting it. So there's that. And if somebody tries to tell me, hey, if somebody comes even near me and talks about pronouns and what pronouns to call them, I'm gonna tell them to fuck off every time. That's gonna be my pronoun. Fuck off. Because I'm not buying into this pronoun shit. The shit you can change your pronouns every fucking day of the week. Like anybody's supposed to be a freaking psychic and know that you change your pronoun male to non-binary this day and then back to male the next day, or now you're female, or now you're one of these other trillion genders that they freaking make up every day as they go. Nobody can even keep up with all this shit. They just make it up as they go along.
303 Creative, this Christian web designer who said, under Colorado's anti-discrimination laws, I feel as though I would be compelled to make wedding websites for same-sex couples if they approach me about it, and I don't think that's fair. And one of the things that came up in the decision today was the justices wrote, Colorado, under the interpretation of the law Colorado currently has, they would compel this woman into speech that she doesn't agree with. And so it's kind of similar to what you're saying. I wonder if in some way there is already legal precedent that, this is Michigan, so they can't necessarily take Colorado law, but if we have federal law that says you can't compel speech, like at what point do you prioritize the First Amendment? Maybe they would invalidate it.
With this is that I'm pretty sure the bill is specifically about in the act of committing a crime if you do this thing. It's what do they call it?
Like a hate crime thing?
It's a hate crime thing, but it's I forgot what it's called in law when they add on to the crime because of a thing you did. I forgot what I can't think of it right now. Yeah.
Like a secondary offense, I think, is what they call it. Like you can't get pulled over for
something, or something
but
like
once
that.
you get pulled over, they can charge you.
I mean, it's bad. It's a bad precedent, but I think it was Nuance Bro who was talking. He's like, it's kind of comparable to the lynching bill. It's like, well, lynching's already illegal. It's already illegal to harass people. It's already illegal to do these things in this bill.
To make someone feel terrorized.
Yeah, that's not up to me. The way you feel is the.
Yeah, before he finishes, how do you know I don't feel terrorized? Because you're forcing me to say something. You're forcing me to agree with something. You're forcing me to accept something. Because that's what and this hasn't passed through Michigan law yet, but the idea that it's, they've already made a bill for it. They're definitely too close to Canada. Michigan's too close to Canada. That's probably why they're doing this crazy ass shit. But I mean, yeah, this country is going to hell in a handbasket. I mean, they're literally trying to attack the very two amendments that this country is built on: freedom of speech and freedom to protect yourself, the right to bear arms so you can protect yourself and whatnot. This is crazy. This is straight control. This is straight trying to force people to conform, to agree and accept and support something in society. This is trying to force people to change their morals, their values, their beliefs.
the way you choose to feel. My words are not making you feel anything. I'm making noise, and then you are interpreting that and making yourself feel a certain way.
We will see someone arrested for this.
Yeah, me.
You know, that's how I feel about modern day hip hop. That's why I just posted, are we really calling modern day rappers role models? Especially off with this video I seen on Adam 22 No Jumper podcast, where this guy was just saying, he was just speaking facts that hip hop is just totally negative. But yeah, like, you know, I hear that music and I feel like it's trash. It's actually just me feeling some kind of way, you know. But yeah, he's right. We're just making sounds, making noises, saying words, and you're the one that feels sensitive. You're the one that feels some kind of way about these words. Now they're trying to say being healthy is a conservative far right view. Well, I'll never be a liberal then if that's the case. And not that I'm conservative, but I would never ever be a liberal if liberals are saying now that being healthy is a conservative far right view. No, how about it's a smart view? How about it's a common sense, common knowledge view, you stupid fucks?
I'm probably gonna get arrested for this. I'm gonna yell at Governor
arrested
Whitmer and call her a boy and go to jail.
You can't go to Michigan anymore.
No,
They'll say that you were it's right wing terror and all that stuff.
Can you get arrested for it, or is it just an additional charge that you would get, or it makes the charge more severe if you're also misgendering them?
Like,
I think this in and of itself is a hate crime to make someone feel terrorized, frightened, or threatened
by misgendering them.
Well, in any way. It literally, I don't think it specifies.
To make someone feel afraid, is that what it says?
Intimidate means willful course of conduct involving repeated or continuing harassment of another individual that would cause a reasonable individual to feel terrorized, frightened, or threatened, and that actually causes the victim to feel terrorized, frightened, or threatened. Intimidate does not include constitutionally protected activity or conduct that serves a legitimate purpose.
Well, constitutional protected activity is calling a man a woman.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But apparently not.
No, it is.
It is.
You would think.
So that will be up for the courts, but we are marching in the direction. So look.
Yeah, you know, all it takes is one stupid motherfucking state like Michigan here to pass this shit, and some of these other idiot liberal states will follow along. I definitely, if North Carolina passes something like this, I'm out. I'm gone. And somebody said that this is what it's going to come to. We're going to become the divided states of America. It's not going to be United States of America anymore. It's going to be divided. It's going to be if there's one single law you don't like in your state, you're just going to have to move somewhere else. Like Dwayne Wade, he didn't want he was upset because he couldn't live in a state where you're allowed to mutilate kids, and encourage kids to have sex changes and transition or attempt to have sex changes, excuse me, because you can't change your sex. You can only attempt to have it changed, So yeah, Dwayne Wade is upset because he can't live in a fairy tale imaginary world where boys are girls and girls are boys. And, you could just become anything you want to. It's like, next thing you know, like people going to identify as animals and try to change themselves to a freaking zebra or a lion, a tiger, a bear. Oh my. Yeah, this is batshit crazy. This is attack on the First Amendment. This is trying to force people to conform into transgenderism. This is trying to force people to accept transgenderism, to agree with it. And that's just one thing I will never, ever agree with. And it's not based on Christianity or Islam or any kind of religion. It's based on the laws of nature, natural law, Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Because a man cannot become a woman and a woman cannot become a man. Until a man can get pregnated, give birth to a kid, and breastfeed that kid, it's only a half measure. It's only make-believe, imaginary, made-up bullshit and horseshit. Yeah, this is crazy. And a felony, if it's going to be a felony, that means they can lock you up. It doesn't mean it's just additional charges. they can lock you up for every single felony on the planet. They didn't say it's a misdemeanor. They said it's a felony. And that's crazy. So they want to make robbing people at gunpoint and robbing stores and stealing from people like they want to make that not a crime, but they want to make it a crime to misgender somebody who ain't even the gender that they claim to be and will never ever be the gender that they claim to be. And some of these people change their pronouns every single day of the week. They change their identity every single day of the week. Like you're supposed to know that. Like you're supposed to be a psychic and be a fucking mind reader and just read their mind. Oh, you know what? Jim has changed his, he's not binary today. Tomorrow he's female. Wednesday he's a male, and Thursday he's whatever the fuck he makes up for the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm supposed to know that. Like people are supposed to know that. This is such horseshit. Yeah. And if it passes in Michigan, you best believe it's coming into a state, city, or a town near you. And I definitely won't live in that town or city if they pass some horseshit of a bill like this. Thank you for tuning in, Paul Pickett Podcast. And I'm out.